There is no place in a fanatic's head where reason can enter. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. Morality has nothing to do with such a man as I am. The fool has one great advantage over a man of sense: he is always satisfied with himself. Greatness is nothing unless it be lasting. The word impossible is not French. A form of government that is not the result of a long sequence of shared experiences, efforts, and endeavors can never take root. You can ask me for anything you like, except time. A cowardly act. What do I care about that? You may be sure that I should never fear to commit one if it were to my advantage. A great reserve and severity of manners are necessary for the command of those who are older than ourselves. Audacity succeeds as often as it fails. In life it has an even chance. More glorious to merit a scepter than to possess one. True character stands the test of emergencies. Do not be mistaken, it is weakness from which the awakening is rude. I hope before long to press you in my arms and shall shower on you 1,000,000 burning kisses as under the equator. Those who receive the most images into their memories have the most lively imaginations. Always carry champagne. In victory you deserve it and in defeat you need it. Men of great ambition have sought happiness. And have found fame. What is history if not a fable on which everyone agrees? The greater the man, the less is he opinionative, he depends upon events and circumstances. The impossible is the ghost of the timid and the refuge of the cowardly. There are so many laws that no one is safe from hanging. I make my battle plans from the spirit of my sleeping soldiers. The herd seek out the great, not for their sake but for their influence, and the great welcome them out of vanity or. Ordinarily men exercise their memory much more than their judgment. England is a nation of shopkeepers. Women are nothing but machines for producing children. Power is my mistress. I have worked too hard at her conquest to allow any. The laws of circumstance are abolished by new circumstances. Never depend on the multitude, full of instability and whims. Always take precautions against it. He who cannot look over a battlefield with a dry eye, causes the death of many men uselessly. As a rule it is circumstances that make men. Variety made the revolution. Liberty was just a pretext. We frustrate many designs against us by pretending not to see them. Of all the peoples of Europe, Spaniards disgust me the least. Orders and decorations are necessary in order to dazzle the people. One is more certain to influence men, to produce more effect on them, by absurdities than by. If they want peace, nations should avoid the pin-pricks that precede cannon shots. A soldier will fight long and hard for a bit of colored ribbon. There shall be no Alps. You don't govern men who don't have religion, you shoot them. The only victory over love is flight. I have seen only you, I have admired only you, I desire only you. A throne is only a bench covered with velvet. Put your iron hand in a velvet glove. It requires more courage to suffer than to die. We must laugh at man to avoid crying for him. If you wish to be a success in the world, promise everything, deliver nothing. I start out by believing the worst. Success is the most convincing talker in the world. A revolution is an idea, taken up by bayonets. Give me enough medals and I'll win you any war. An army marches on its stomach. I know he's a good general, but is he lucky? Courage cannot be counterfeited. It is one virtue that escapes. A good sketch is better than a long speech. Let France have good mothers, and she will have good sons. War is the business of barbarians. Nothing is lost as long as courage remains. When you have an enemy in your power, deprive him of the means of ever injuring you. What is the government? Nothing, unless supported by opinion. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. Courage isn't having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have strength. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. History is a set of lies agreed upon. Imagination governs the world. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. Nothing is more difficult, and therefore more precious, than to be able to decide. History is written by the winners. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action comes, stop thinking and go in. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. A leader is a dealer in hope. If I had to choose a religion, the sun as the universal giver of life would be my God. A woman laughing is a woman conquered. Conquests will come and go, but Delembre's work will endure. You don't reason with intellectuals. You shoot them. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. Men are moved by two levers only: fear and self-interest. China is a sleeping giant. Let him sleep, for if he wakes, he will shake the world. He who fears being conquered is sure of defeat. 10 people who speak make more noise than 10,000 who are silent. It is the cause, not the death, that makes the martyr. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. Men are more easily governed through their vices than through their virtues. Circumstances. What are circumstances? I make circumstances. Ability is of little account without opportunity. Throw off your worries when you throw off your clothes at night. 4 hostile newspapers are more to be feared than 1,000 bayonets. Music is what tell us that the human race is greater than we realize. Never tell your enemy he is doing the wrong thing. History is the version of past events that people have decided to agree upon. Victory belongs to the most persevering. The surest way to remain poor is to be honest. Religion is what keeps the poor from murdering the rich. Great men are meteors designed to burn so that earth may be lighted. A true man hates no one. Glory is fleeting, but obscurity is forever. The best cure for the body is a quiet mind. The greatest danger occurs at the moment of victory. Courage is like love, it must have hope for nourishment.